It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Houston Texans. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
On second down, here's Barkley. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for him. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. A big third down play there for the Bengals. 61 yards.
And the Bengal first down.
From the red zone now, Newton. And that'll be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
On second down now, Barkley. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Saquon Barkley, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals.
Makes the score Bengals 7, Texans nothing. Younghoe Koo set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Prescott looks to throw on first. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. Lets it fly for Thielen. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down.
And there shouldn't be any surprise at all when we watch him flash his arm. Easy motion, easy action, and that ball flies downfield.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott out to his left. Airing it out for Olsen. This is caught inside the 15. It's a gain of 35. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other, and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
Second and goal at the Bengals 3-yard line.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game.
That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble for a touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And we are tied at 7. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. A shotgun snap for Newton. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Ryan Kerrigan, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
And it's 3rd down.
It's Newton. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
2 things you can do in that situation. Run and punt the football or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change, a quarterback, running back, tight end, it doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense and win.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Cortland Sutton, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans have taken the lead. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7.
Rodrigo Blankenship set to kick off.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
First down, Bengals.
And this is caught at the 8. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
First and goal, Cincinnati.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Texans 14, Bengals 7.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. Second and goal from the 1.
Short of the goal line.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he's not going to push his way forward. He's going to be stopped at the 2-yard line. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Here's Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. No gain on the play. And what to do now on 4th and goal? No, defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We're soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Eli Apple. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Throwing, Prescott. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Prescott off play action. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Uchenna Nwosu make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Forced out to his left. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Grady Jarrett able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Now this throw caught left side. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first.
First down, Cincinnati.
Play action. It's Newton. This will be caught inside the 10. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Chris Godwin with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Coup for the extra point.
For the point after.
And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14. Younghoe Koo set to kick off.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit.
And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. Hassan Reddick, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. After the sack here, 2nd and 11.
4-yard line.
On play action, Prescott. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
On 2nd and 10, Newton. Eluding the pressure right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep, and that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 32 that time. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Escaping the pressure right. And that's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Airing it out for Olsen. And incomplete on the deep ball. Greg Olsen was the intended target, but now it'll be third down.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Texans send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now a hit and a loose football.
I remember sitting in special teams meetings, and at some point during the meeting, the coach would always say, you better treat this one just like you're playing offense or defense. It's a big part of the game, and we just saw evidence of why right there with that fumble.
Yeah, fumble on the punt, and after it was turning up to be a pretty decent return.
Yeah, a really nice return. They were going to be set up okay, and the offense would feel good running onto the field. And now the defense has to try it out there and try and slow them down.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Prescott from the gun. Buying time to his left. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. 15 yards. The Texans pick up the first down.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great. And they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Hassan Reddick in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the scrambler or the...
He's got a man complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Texans have broken the tie. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Makes the score Texans 21, Bengals 14.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guy.
And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a third time. Picked off by Eli Apple. Oh, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ball game.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? But can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
Intended for Greg Olsen. Incomplete. It's second down and 10.
Here's second and 10 now from the 29.
Here we go. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Lets it fly for Thielen. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Former Buckeye first-rounder Garyon Conley there to knock that away.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Play action now. Prescott. Oh, Prescott stripped.
Cam Newton sacked. A fumble on the play.
The Texans send the punter out, standing just outside his own goal line. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It's taken to the 26. So we've come upon halftime here in Houston, and it's the home team, the Texans, leading this one. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week on our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. 11 yards there, 1st down. Prescott now. Airing it out for Olsen. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 35.
It doesn't look like this defense found the magic elixir at halftime. This offense was rolling in the first half, and that's continued here in the 3rd quarter. Another big play right there.
This quick pass complete to Sutton. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
To Portland Sutton. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 16-yard line.
Prescott to throw it. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. And it's 3rd down.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And no move by Dan Quinn to get the offense off the field. They're staying out there, and they're going for it on 4th. They'll throw again. Prescott. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Off the play fake. Prescott. They'll roll him out right. This will be caught at about the 5. And he is out of bounds here. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Ezekiel Elliott, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans push further out in front. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Eli Apple on the coverage.
From the gun, here's Newton. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 36. And the return will stop right around the 25.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Following the interception, here's Prescott rolling to his right. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
Rolling to his left. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And he is all the way up past the 25. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big play there for Cincinnati. 41 yards.
And the Bengals 1st down.
On 1st and 10, Newton. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Throwing again on 2nd down. Newton. This will be caught at about the 6. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Foster Moreau, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals able to get this back within a touchdown. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21.
Makes the score Texans 28, Bengals 21. Younghoe Koo set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose.
And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And Prescott, his third interception. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin.
So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
Touchdown.
Saquon Barkley. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
Koo now for the point after.
For the point after.
He's got it. This thing's turning a bit wild here. We're tied at 28.
Will tie the game 28 all. Younghoe Koo set to
So right back to square one. Tied at 28 as he kicks it away.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
at their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Uchenna Nwosu in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Another try after the first down sack. Prescott lets it fly for Thielen. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd.
And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And the offense will cover this one up, but they'll be pushed back inside their own 10. The Texans send the punter out. He's been terrific so far. Back now in Houston, all even as we get ready to start the 4th. The Texans send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And it's fielded at the 34. A good return there, 17 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st down, Newton looking downfield for Godwin. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory.
1st and goal.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now Saquon Barkley. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. About a half yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal. After the run, Newton going to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
But conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
Dak dropping this one off for Zeke. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
First down, Prescott. Being chased out left. Got a man open, it's Sutton. They'll contain him to just 4, second down.
And that's why you do all the drills that you do from the quarterback position, because you're not going to just throw to your strength. The right-handed quarterback naturally will want to move to the right side to throw the football. But sometimes you've got to go left, and that's exactly what happened on that play. Forced to his left, still able to accurately throw it downfield for a completion.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 31-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got Bioski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
They'll contain him to just 4, second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 16 yards, a first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Now a first down throw for Newton. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off play action. Newton. Flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Open man is Godwin. It's complete. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A first down carry for Barkley. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
Gain of 12. And the Bengals first down.
From the red zone now, Newton. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. Call it a gain of 11 yards, and that should just about do it. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with 3rd down upcoming.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll go down at the 2-yard line. What a disaster there.
At their own 2-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Bengals, the win moves them to 8-7 now on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they hit double digits in losses as they fall to 5-10. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Tennessee Titans. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.